Imagine a voice so raw, so soulful, that it could stop you in your tracks. A voice that carried the weight of heartbreak, the ache of longing, and the defiance of a generation. That voice belonged to Amy Winehouse, a name that became synonymous with talent, tragedy, and timeless music. Welcome to today's episode, where we'll explore the life and legacy of one of the most iconic artists of the 21st century. Whether you're a lifelong fan or just discovering her story, prepare to be captivated by the true and fascinating facts about Amy Winehouse. From her humble beginnings in North London to the dizzying heights of global fame, Amy's journey was as complex as it was compelling. Her music spoke to millions, but her life was a tapestry of triumphs and struggles, love and loss, brilliance and vulnerability. So, sit back, relax, and let's dive into the enigmatic world of Amy Winehouse, a world where talent and tragedy intertwined, leaving an indelible mark on music history. Amy Jade Winehouse was born on September 14, 1983, in Southgate, North London. She was the younger of two children in a close-knit Jewish family. Her father, Mitchell Winehouse, was a taxi driver, and her mother, Janice, was a pharmacist. But it was her grandmother, Cynthia, who would play a pivotal role in shaping Amy's love for music. Cynthia was a jazz singer, and her influence was undeniable. From a young age, Amy was surrounded by the sounds of jazz legends like Frank Sinatra, Sarah Vaughan, and Dinah Washington. These artists didn't just inspire her, they became the foundation of her musical identity. Amy's childhood was marked by a fierce independence and a rebellious streak. She was known for her sharp wit and even sharper tongue, traits that would later define her public persona. But beneath the bravado was a deeply sensitive soul, one that found solace in music. By the age of 10, Amy had already formed a short-lived rap group called Sweet and Sour. It was a playful venture, but it hinted at the creative force she would become. Her family recognized her talent early on, and at 14 she received her first guitar, a gift that would unlock a new world of songwriting. But Amy's journey was just beginning. As she navigated the challenges of adolescence, her passion for music only grew stronger, setting the stage for what would become an extraordinary career. Amy's talent was undeniable, and her family knew she needed the right environment to nurture it. At the age of 12, she enrolled at the Sylvia Young Theatre School, a prestigious performing arts institution in London. It was here that Amy's potential began to shine. But even in a school filled with aspiring stars, Amy stood out. Her voice was unlike anything her teachers had heard before, raspy, soulful, and brimming with emotion. She had a natural ability to connect with the music, to make it her own. However, Amy's time at Sylvia Young wasn't without its challenges. She was expelled at 16 for, as she later put it, not applying herself. But this setback didn't deter her. If anything, it fueled her determination to succeed on her own terms. Around this time, Amy began performing at local pubs and clubs, honing her craft and building a loyal following. She also started writing her own songs, drawing from her personal experiences and emotions. Her lyrics were raw and unfiltered, a reflection of her honesty and vulnerability. By the time she was 18, Amy had caught the attention of record labels. Her unique sound and undeniable talent made her a standout in the competitive music industry. And in 2003, she released her debut album, Frank, a project that would introduce the world to the extraordinary talent of Amy Winehouse. When Frank was released in 2003, it was clear that Amy Winehouse was no ordinary artist. The album was a blend of jazz, soul, and R&B, with lyrics that were both witty and deeply personal. Critics praised her raw talent and unique voice, comparing her to legends like Billie Holiday and Sarah Vaughan. Songs like Stronger Than Me and Take the Box showcased Amy's ability to turn her own experiences into universal stories. She sang about love, heartbreak, and self-discovery with an honesty that resonated with listeners. The album earned her a nomination for the Mercury Prize, one of the most prestigious awards in British music. But with success came challenges. Amy struggled with the pressures of fame and the expectations placed on her. She was outspoken and unapologetically herself, which sometimes put her at odds with the industry. Yet it was this very authenticity that made her music so compelling. Despite the acclaim, Amy remained grounded. She often spoke about her love for jazz and her desire to stay true to her roots. But as her star continued to rise, the world would soon see a new side of Amy Winehouse, one that would redefine her career and cement her place in music history. In 2006, Amy Winehouse released her second album, Back to Black. It was a masterpiece, a raw, emotional exploration of love, loss, and addiction. The album was a departure from the jazz-infused sound of Frank, leaning instead into a retro-inspired blend of soul, R&B, and Motown. The title track, Back to Black, became an instant classic. Co-written with producer Mark Ronson, the song was a haunting portrayal of heartbreak inspired by Amy's tumultuous relationship with Blake Fielder's Civil. Its melancholic melody and poignant lyrics struck a chord with listeners, making it one of the defining songs of the decade. Another standout track, Rehab, became Amy's signature song. With its catchy refrain, "They tried to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no." It was both a defiant anthem and a glimpse into her personal struggles. The song earned her widespread acclaim and catapulted her to international fame. Back to Black was a commercial and critical triumph. It topped charts around the world and earned Amy 6 Grammy nominations. But more than that, it solidified her status as a once-in-a-generation talent. Her voice, her lyrics, her style, everything about Amy Winehouse was unforgettable. Yet behind the scenes, Amy's life was becoming increasingly chaotic. The themes of addiction and heartbreak that permeated the album were not just artistic choices, they were reflections of her reality. As the world celebrated her success, Amy was grappling with the very demons she sang about. Amy Winehouse's rise to fame was meteoric, but it came at a cost. As her star grew brighter, so did the scrutiny of her personal life. The media became obsessed with her struggles with addiction, often reducing her to a tabloid caricature. Her relationship with Blake Fielder Civil was a focal point of this attention. The two had a passionate but volatile romance, marked by breakups, reconciliations, and public drama. Blake later admitted to introducing Amy to hard drugs, a revelation that added another layer of tragedy to her story. Amy's battles with substance abuse were well documented. She canceled tours, missed performances, and faced constant criticism for her erratic behavior. Yet, amid the chaos, she continued to create music that resonated deeply with fans. The media's portrayal of Amy was often harsh and unforgiving. Paparazzi followed her relentlessly, capturing her lowest moments and splashing them across headlines. It was a relentless cycle of fame and scrutiny, one that took a toll on her mental and physical health. Despite her struggles, Amy remained fiercely loyal to those she loved. She often spoke about her family and friends, crediting them with keeping her grounded. But as the pressures of fame mounted, it became clear that Amy was fighting a battle far greater than anyone realized. In 2008, Amy Winehouse reached the pinnacle of her career. At the 50th Annual Grammy Awards, she made history. Back to Black earned her 5 Grammy wins, including Record of the Year for Rehab, Song of the Year, and Best Pop Vocal Album. It was a moment of triumph, a recognition of her extraordinary talent and the impact of her music. That night, Amy performed live via satellite from London, delivering a soulful rendition of You Know I'm No Good and Rehab. Her voice was as powerful as ever, a testament to her artistry even amid personal struggles. The world watched in awe as she accepted her awards, her signature beehive hairstyle and winged eyeliner becoming iconic symbols of her unique style. But the Grammys were just one highlight in a year filled with accolades. Amy also won 3 Ivor Novello Awards, a Brit Award, and countless other honors. Her music transcended genres and borders, resonating with fans from all walks of life. Yet, for Amy, this success was bittersweet. In interviews, she often downplayed her achievements, focusing instead on her love for music and her desire to stay true to herself. She was an artist first and foremost, and fame was never her primary goal. As the awards piled up, so did the pressures of maintaining her success. The expectations were immense and the spotlight only grew brighter. For Amy, the height of her career was also the beginning of a downward spiral, one that would test her resilience and redefine her legacy. Despite her professional triumphs, Amy Winehouse's personal life was unraveling. Her struggles with addiction became increasingly public and her health began to deteriorate. Canceled performances and erratic behavior fueled tabloid headlines, overshadowing her musical achievements. In 2007, Amy married Blake Fielder Civil in a whirlwind ceremony in Miami, but their relationship was fraught with turmoil. Blake's own battles with addiction and legal troubles only added to the chaos. The couple divorced in 2009, marking the end of a tumultuous chapter in Amy's life. Her attempts at recovery were often short-lived. She entered rehab multiple times, but the cycle of relapse and recovery seemed unbreakable. Friends and family worried for her well-being, but Amy remained fiercely independent, often resisting help. Professionally, Amy's output slowed. She struggled to complete her 3rd album, a project that would remain unfinished. Yet, even in her darkest moments, her passion for music never wavered. She continued to write and record, drawing from her experiences to create art that was raw and unfiltered. As the years passed, Amy's health became a growing concern. Her performances were inconsistent and her appearances became increasingly rare. Fans held on to hope that she would find her way back, but the challenges she faced were immense. Amy Winehouse's story was one of brilliance and fragility, of soaring highs and devastating lows, and as the world watched, it became clear that her journey was far from over. On July 23, 2011, the world received devastating news. Amy Winehouse was found dead in her London home at the age of 27. The cause of death was alcohol poisoning, a tragic end to a life marked by extraordinary talent and profound struggles. The news sent shockwaves through the music world and beyond. Fans mourned the loss of an artist who had touched their lives with her music. Tributes poured in from fellow musicians, celebrities, and admirers, all acknowledging the indelible mark Amy had left on the industry. In the years following her death, Amy's legacy only grew stronger. Her music continued to resonate with new generations of listeners, and her influence could be seen in countless artists who admired her authenticity and artistry. Posthumous releases, including the album Lioness, Hidden Treasures, offered a glimpse into her creative process and unreleased work. Documentaries like Amy, 2015, shed light on her life, exploring the complexities of her fame, struggles, and talent. The film won an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature, further cementing her place in cultural history. Perhaps one of the most enduring aspects of Amy's legacy is the Amy Winehouse Foundation, established by her family in her memory. The foundation supports young people struggling with addiction and mental health issues, providing resources and opportunities to help them thrive. It's a testament to Amy's enduring spirit and the love she inspired in those who knew her. Amy Winehouse may have left us too soon, but her voice lives on, a timeless reminder of the power of music to connect, heal, and inspire. Amy Winehouse was more than a singer. She was a force of nature. Her voice, her lyrics, her style, they were all extensions of her soul, raw and unfiltered. She gave us music that was honest, vulnerable, and deeply human. Her life was a tapestry of triumphs and tragedies, a story that resonated with millions around the world. She reminded us that even in our darkest moments there is beauty to be found, and through her music, she left a legacy that will endure for generations. As we reflect on her life and career, let us remember Amy not for her struggles, but for her brilliance, for the way she made us feel, for the stories she told, and for the mark she left on the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Amy Winehouse. Her voice may have been silenced, but her music will forever echo in our hearts.